Aaron, Ron Blum from AP. In your broadcast job, you had to be forthright and tell it like it is. With what is expected of modern managers, do you have to be more comforting to players and less publicly forthcoming about being honest about bad things that happen during games?
Well, certainly the most important thing is going to be my relationships with players. So, you know, I expect myself and our staff to be very forthcoming and honest with our players. And I think the way you can breathe into guys, tap into guys the most is by establishing relationships. And one thing I promise you is we're going to have great relationships with our players. And I feel like that will allow us, because they know we care so much about them, they'll know that whether it's we're talking about something positive and giving them affirmation, or whether it's, you know, a correction or something that we've got to address that needs to get better, they'll know from me, they'll know from our staff that it comes from a great place and someone that they can trust. And I think in the end, they'll know that we're going to always do what's best for the New York Yankees. And I think that'll be something that'll be evident within that room in very short order.
We're going to go to your left, Aaron Sweeney against the wall.
Aaron, congratulations.
Thank you.
It would seem that the biggest obstacle you had to overcome to convince the Yankees you were the right man for this job was overcoming your lack of experience. How do you go about getting the players to buy into that who are most directly impacted by this?
Well, hopefully it starts obviously with a relationship, but that's a respect you earn. And hopefully, I think in short order, I'll be able to earn that respect. You know, that they'll be able to look at me, trust in me, know that, you know, I have their interests at heart, but know that hopefully I know what the heck I'm talking about. And that's something that you have to earn over the initial days in spring training, in the season. I'm certainly confident in my ability and the fact that that will happen, but that's something that's earned. And, you know, big league players are great at understanding who's for real or not. And I'd like to think that they'll know that in very short order.
We're going to take one here from Mark, direct center, the second row. And after Mark, we're actually going to take a few questions from fans via our Twitter site.
Hey, Aaron, Mark Feinstein, MLB.com. At what point in your career did you first think, I want to be a manager? And going back to the question Sweeney asked about the experience, were you surprised when you found out that you got the job?
You know, I think I've really started, the juices have started to flow the last couple of years. You know, I was very fortunate to go right from the field to ESPN, so it allowed me to stay in the game that I love. And I forged amazing relationships and lifetime relationships with people that I worked with at ESPN, some that are here now. And, excuse me. The first question again?
When did you first think about it?
Oh, yeah. So it's been a couple years now. I just have felt this tug. I felt the game kind of calling me a little bit. And I have found myself more and more looking at these games through a manager's lens. And then this postseason, where we do the game, every game on radio, you know, I was around A.J. Hinch, Dave Roberts, every day. And these are guys that I go way back on. And I think I felt like in a lot of ways I was looking at them in the mirror with these guys. And I think it just solidified in my mind that I want to make this transition. And so I had no idea as far as how long it would take or, you know, what my path would be. And I was at my son's football game 4 weeks ago or whatever, and I got a call from Cash, and he said, "Hey, do you want to interview for this job?" And I think it was heck yes. And, you know, we scheduled the interview, and I came out here, obviously having never gone through an interview process like this, so not really knowing what to expect. I talked to a couple of friends in the game, Craig Counsell, AJ, Dave Roberts, you know, just to get a little background about what I might be in for here. And so I came and I spent 7 hours with these guys. It was long. It was tough. It was so fun. And I left here, and people were like, how'd you do? It's amazing. You're reminded every now and then how many Yankee fans are out there in the world. And I live in Arizona and play golf and have friends with guys that are like diehard Yankees. So are telling me every rumor that comes out, but they want to know how you did. And my answer was, I have no idea. I mean, I think I represented really well. I came out here to get the job. I didn't come here to go through an exercise. I came out here to get the job. But that being said, when I left, I at least felt good that I represented well. And then it was a matter of if I'm their guy or not, I guess we'll find out. So I was very much at peace, actually, waiting for the decision to come down. And then when I did get that call again from Brian, as you can imagine, emotional moment. But I think immediately made me hyper-focus on, all right, now we're in. Now let's get going on making the Yankees the best we can. And I'm part of that process.